Talk Shoes.
Recorded live.
What up, everybody? Welcome to Travis and Vic's Drunken Horror Adventures. We're joined for the second straight week by our mustachioed friend from Elm Street. What's up, Blake?
What's up? I like that. That was nice.
The mustachioed friend from Elm Street. Yes. Well, I mean, I can't recall too many Elm Street victims or characters having a mustache as legit as yours.
I appreciate that. Somebody told me not too long ago it was like a porn star stash. I didn't know how to take that.
Well, you should take it for what it's worth. You know, if you get called Ron Jeremy once or twice, there's not such a bad thing, you know?
I guess. I've been watching too much Jim Norton lately. I don't know what to feel about Ron Jeremy anymore.
Yeah, well, it's kind of funny. That's a good little transition to the movie we're talking about tonight. It really is. And this is a Blake pick. You know, and it's one of those things, I had never fucking heard of this movie. I didn't know anything about it. Didn't realize it was on Netflix for as long as it was. It's a movie that came out in 2014. It's Starry Eyes, November 14th, 2014. Did this even hit a theater, Blake? If it did,
no, it didn't actually. It, believe it or not, and you're over there doing the rundown. Damn it, that's what you asked me to do.
No. You can do the rundown, buddy. I just wanted to give some specs.
It had its world premiere on March 8th, 2014 at South by Southwest, you know, this kind of indie film sort of thing. But believe it or not, this film was financed on Kickstarter. They had a goal of $50,000, and they raised just a hair over that. I think they actually ended up raising, let me see here, $52,614. And on such a small budget, the film is great, especially when you consider it against the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, which had a $35 million budget and was probably the shittiest film that I'd ever seen.
Shit. Fucking Elm Street remake. It's so funny because Vic and I, whenever we saw that, we both lied to ourselves and pretended that we like it, but over time it's become a great hatred of definitely of mine. I'm pretty sure he hates it too.
Oh, well, Bart Mixon, you know, interviewed him for my book, you know, this new book with Mick, Behind the Screams, and he said I worked on it and did the effects and helped with the makeups, and I'll tell you, it's public knowledge that I think the movie's terrible. I was like, damn. I'm one of the people that helped create the makeups and helped do the effects, thinks it's awful, you know?
Yeah.
But,
you know, I don't even think we didn't even do a show on the remake, did we? Whenever we did the Elm Street.
We did just like a half-assed one.
Yeah. But that's about what it deserved. So anyway, continue on, Blake. Continue on. I don't want to.
Oh, that's okay. But yeah, so this film was actually kickstarted, and 393 backers raised $52,614, and the film was just kind of like a hit, you know, for the, you know, at the screening, at the South by Southwest screening, and then you know, it got picked up and you know, distributed about, I guess. And the weird thing is, one of the writers of that movie actually was the webmaster for Chuck Palahniuk, who wrote Fight Club, which was made into like a really, really famous cult, you know, movie with Edward Norton. And he was kind of involved, you know, with people that raised a certain amount of money and pledged a certain level. He would thank them in his next book, which was this erotic, feminist erotica, kind of sexual, almost post-apocalyptic. You know, Chuck Palahniuk is a very strange writer. If you've seen Fight Club or read it, you know what I mean.
Shut up, Vic. Don't start. He's going to start talking shit. Don't give him the chance.
But,
start talking shit.
But yeah, on the Kickstarter, the Kickstarter for this film says that there's themes of transformation, body horror, and a woman going through a psychotic breakdown. Ira Levin meets David Cronenberg. Now, Ira Levin wrote Rosemary's Baby. David Cronenberg did Videodrome and Scanners and well, a lot of different really, really fucked up movies because, you know, he's David Cronenberg, and that's what he does.
Hey, bodily horror the same thing as bodily modification? You know what I mean, like the Human Centipede movies? Because I've never really heard it referred to as that.
I've heard body horror, but I've never heard body modification horror. That may very well be what Well, if that's the case, then I think Reanimator was kind of a precursor to body modification horror, you know? If that's the case. That's not one I'm familiar with, but maybe, you know, maybe.
Well, what is it? American Mary is bodily modification, Human Centipede. Vic, am I missing anything offhand that comes to mind?
No, see, American Mary is the main one that I always think about whenever I think about body modification.
Yeah. But, man, this film kind of blew me away when I saw it. I was hoping you guys would like it. You know, I don't really get to pick very much on these things. You guys gave me so much leeway in doing those Elm Street shows. I kind of have backed off from asking to do anything. But I was really, really glad you guys, you know, gave me the chance to participate and kind of volunteer a movie. This one gets a 6 out of 10 on IMDb, which is surprisingly high for something that was kickstarted. You know, in this era of indie films and indie projects gone wild, as I call it, you know. It scored a 75% on Rotten Tomatoes, and Roger Ebert gave it 3 out of 4.
Damn, I'm surprised he watched it.
He watched Elm Street. He was one of the earliest proponents of the first Nightmare on Elm Street. He thought it was legitimately a good movie. You know? So.
Well, this is most of the time when you see like one of these Netflix movies that most people haven't heard of, most of the time, not always, you know, they don't have anything above a 5.5 maybe. So 6.0 is pretty damn good for a movie like this.
Yeah. I mean, I really thought it was too. And at first, I kind of didn't get my expectations up when I first saw it. The wife and I sat down, and she recommended it that we watch it. So I have her to thank for this. And I kind of only watched it once, but I watched it recently enough that it stayed with me the whole movie, and I was really, really happy with a lot of things about it. You know, physical, you know, I'm a stickler for practical effects, and there were quite a bit of those. You know, and they were good. They were very, you know, realistic and very plausible looking to me. You know.
Yeah, definitely in the kill scenes.
Which were fucking gory as shit. This movie was. I told you guys it was going to be gory. No, I mean, motherfucker was gory. Okay. It was at least the version I saw. I don't know if y'all watched the same one I did, but those kill scenes were over the top. Like, so, you know, they were fucked. But go ahead.
I said, ain't no doubt about that. I mean, they were kind of not what you would expect, that's for sure.
Right. And, you know, it's got a running time of 98 minutes, so standard, you know, a horror movie kind of full-length, you know, feature. But if you want, we can go ahead and get into the story if you guys are ready.
Yeah,
if you got other things to add.
No. I just wanted to hear the lead in. That was cool about the Kickstarter. I wasn't even aware of that. So yeah, I hadn't read over the IMDb page much other than the actual score. So yeah.
All right. So you start with this woman. You're introduced to Sarah, you know, played by Alex Esso, and she's this young woman who works, you know, this fast fooding job, but she's got this dream she wants to follow. She wants to go to Hollywood. She wants to be a big.
It's like Hooters too, the fast food place.
Yeah, it is. I think it's it is. Big Taters. It's like a fast food, you know.
Big Taters.
Yeah, that was yeah, that was funny.
Big old taters.
That's one of the few redeemingly funny moments in this movie is learning the name of the restaurant. I'm seeing her boss. He's kind of an idiot, but so she's wanting to be a movie star, and you know, considering what's been going on lately in our socially charged Hollywood climate, I think this movie is very it's very much so, you know, keeping up with current events.
Hashtag me too, Blake. Hashtag me
shit.
too. Well, like, dude, I swear to you, like the first 30 minutes to an hour of this movie, I told Vic this. We were going to the gym one day, and he's like, "So have you started watching that movie yet?" And I was like, "Yep." And the first half of it's hashtag me too. But you know, it is. And the funny thing is, it is a precursor to all these women coming out, other than the Cosby accusers. You know, coming out and coming forward about you know, the sexual allegations. So it's kind of crazy that it comes like, you know, 2-3 years before all that stuff happened.
Yeah, art imitating life, imitating art, I guess. I mean, it obviously we have known for years that stuff like that is going on in Hollywood. The joke.
Oh yeah, they even referenced it in Scream 3. Remember?
Oh yeah, with Bianca Burnett, I think that was Carrie Fisher's character in the
right
studio. Yeah, studio. It's been a minute since I've watched it. My memory hasn't failed totally yet, thank God. But yeah, it was a precursor to all that stuff, and I mean that stuff has been going on forever. I mean the joke, the casting couch, that's probably been around since film started, since cinematography and even probably silent movies, back to the Black Dahlia days, even. So that's something that's kind of become ingrained in our, I don't know, cultural memory, if I can use that, use my college education, sound like I know what I'm talking about for, half a second. But it's, it's very much ingrained in our cultural memory, and it's widely acknowledged, and even more so now with all the things coming forward. But anyway, she's this actress, she wants to be an actress, and she suffers from this really strange disorder, trichotillomania, which is the disorder of pulling your hair out and, like, I guess beating yourself up, kind of just, it's really strange. That was the first time I'd ever heard of it, ever had seen something like that happen, and especially in film like that. But it's an impulse control disorder, and it results in someone pulling out your hair, and it was weird to me to see that. It was just
it's
different.
like Vic. He has an impulse control disorder. He's always pulling it out too.
His hair?
Yeah.
No, his penis in public.
Oh, what the fuck!
You should go to the gym with us sometime, Blake. I do that at the gym all the time.
Okay. Are you telling me you're showing people your big tater? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
No, he's showing them that little Vienna.
Oh, that's just you guys are ridiculous. Okay,
well, it's
but
not Vic's normal adventures.
Speaking of, are we drinking tonight?
No, actually, no, I have not.
Vic, what about you?
Nope, I am 100% sober so far.
We're 100% on rage today. I had a child stay home with me from work, so I'm just all sorts of pissed off and out of sorts. And
my kids have been home from school to me. I got the call this afternoon before I talked to you that school is out tomorrow. So I was like,
yeah, it'll happen here too. You can just spit on anymore in Jefferson County, Kentucky, you just spit on the floor and they'll fucking cancel school.
When we were in school, I went to school my senior year, and it was like 11 degrees, and they kept us in school almost the whole day. You didn't get out of school for shit. I
never went to school my senior year.
The snow. Oh wow, the snow could come to life, and we could have Jack Frost type shit going on, and they would still ask us to try and find a way to school, and save your own neck and try to stay alive long enough for us to take rolls so the state gets paid.
Mm-hmm. It's a different world. These fucking millennials, Jesus.
Right. That's not the first time I've heard anybody say that, and I've heard that millennial phrase a lot here lately. But,
as you should.
But, yeah. All right. So she works at this restaurant.
I don't know what we're talking about now.
The movie,
what?
dickhead.
We're going to double overtime.
Oh, double overtime. Okay.
Double overtime.
Okay, so her boss, Carl, is kind of like just really upset and really just not happy with how she's taking time from work to go audition these jobs, but he's not willing to fire her,
This guy reminds me of like Kip Dynamite from Napoleon Dynamite.
It's been so long since I've seen that, I don't even remember.
I guess it's getting kind of serious. Yeah, sucks. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
It's all right. But he's unwilling to fire her, and he's just getting really, upset that she's spending more time worrying about her auditions. He's like, "You need to take this job seriously." She's like, "I am, but I have dreams." And he's basically like, "To hell with your dreams. You need to work," which is something I don't think anybody should ever be told. If you want to do something, do it. Do what you can do. You only live once. But her friends are also kind of, jerks. The one girl, Erin, is constantly basically trying to